It's your favorite new prince. Catch all the latest insights and all the hottest stories. Let's make a change. You're watching Topikz. What's up, everybody? It's your Tampa Bay Prince, Topikz, bringing it back with topic number 10. Woo! Yup, that's right. This is our official 10th episode. This has been a very long journey, and I've only been a conservative-leaning independent or independent-leaning conservative for 6 years or so now. I've been through so many things, from in school, out of school, different jobs, getting fired over and over stupid stuff like COVID, for example. Like I said, homeless, meeting new friends, losing a lot of friends, making a whole lot of new ones, joining log cabin Republicans, being on the campaign trail. It's not easy being a black, gay, conservative, male. I am not being handed out anything. I'm kind of in the middle of this really weird world where I'm not conservative enough, I'm not liberal enough, I'm just Topikz, and obviously I'm a prince, so technically I make my own rules anyway, but that's another story. The fact that I've hit a milestone like this, I'm really proud. And I've done a lot of film in my life, but this is a really new journey for me. And with that being said, let's get into this topic. So some of you guys might remember, I was on the campaign trail for a man named Willie Montague who was running for District 10 in Orlando. So while I was on the campaign trail, I went to one event in Orlando called the Black Conservative Roundtable. So, this event hosted a series of different panels of religious leaders and influencers to activists and politicians. And lots of controversial topics were discussed. So, let's just take a look.
Identify as a bird, I have no problem with that, but that doesn't give you the right to fly above and on my head.
My tax dollars should be paying for the surgery that lets you identify as a bird.
Everybody doesn't have free speech. I think we take a lot of this stuff for granted. And, I know America's not perfect. And there's going to be hypocrisy in every single thing that you do. There's never going to be a perfect, you have an ideology. No one is going to perform that ideology. I am a hypocrite to my own self at times. I think, especially because I'm a woman, like we get to change our mind whenever we want to. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to infringe on my rights because of what your individual rights are, then we have a problem. Now you can go over there and be your individual self, and I will support that, but don't bring that over to me. So that's sort of my view.
Thank you very much. So, go ahead, Jeff. When I think of conservatism, I understand what Lucas is saying, because especially nowadays, a lot of people have different definitions of conservatism, and I think we've made this so complicated and so nebulous that it was never meant to be this way. Look, conservatism is individual liberty, limited government, reverence for the Constitution. That's it. Because there's a lot of right-wingers who are more statist than they would like to admit.
So as you can see, the first panel was basically discussing what conservatism means to them. And you may have noticed someone named Rob Smith was there, and he was speaking there too. So I met Rob Smith through the Log Cabin Republicans. So let's just take a look and listen to what he has to say.
Look at these people that look at Tyler Perry, people that were selling their music, selling their DVDs out of the trunks of their cars, right? And so we have lost the message of hard work and entrepreneurship. And I think that one of the biggest problems, the fundamental problems of the Republicans right now is that you can speak to capitalism and you can speak to entrepreneurship, but we're not taking that message to the African American community. The entrepreneurial aspect that I have is something that has been developed over the past 3 to 5 years. This is not something that Democrats are teaching our people because they want us to be dependent on the government.
Anybody else? Lucas, you ponder something. Yeah.
So around this time is when things started to heat up. I don't really know this influencer, but he was going back and forth with Rob about basically how to reach out to the black community more. So let's take a look.
Listen, y'all, stop. I want to hear this bull crap about. Well, I didn't know were entrepreneurs. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were slaves. What do you mean? They came all the way from slavery. Stop it. No. Many of you guys suffer from willful ignorance, and that's true because many of you all live in an echo chamber. We have to
So the question is, what are the answers?
What do you mean? The answers, they know the answers.
Here we go.
Many of these people in power, they know the answers. What are you talking about? The answer is, as far as it's not us, right? It's the majority of the Republican Party. Because, listen, the reason why they have people on Fox News is not to speak to black people. Because the majority of people who watch Fox News are boomer white conservatives. Majority of people who go out and vote are boomer white conservatives. I don't have an issue with that, right? But there's a power dynamic. In order for you to, because what's happening, you're churning out people who are telling you what you want to hear. Yeah. And then you're wondering why isn't this happening? Why isn't
What's the answer?
If you listen, right, the answer is to switch it up.
So one thing I don't like is the fact that someone who is black. Come on, man, I was cooking all day. One thing I don't like is that when you identify as a black Republican or a black conservative, all of a sudden you're called a coon. You're called, you're tap dancing for the white man, right? Yep. When we see people like Roland Martin tap dancing for Hillary Clinton during the 2016 campaign. So my question is, in order to reach the black community, what do you think are some things we have to do? Because I think a lot of people have a problem with social conformity and they're afraid of being identified as a coon for simply choosing a political party, taking a stance for what they believe in, you know. So so that's my question.
That is correct. That's primarily the purpose of what I've been saying.
I was actually homeless in 1992, 30 years ago. Sleeping on the street, beat up, robbed, urinated on. Guess what? Stumped over by white people, stumped over by black people. Guess what? I honestly wanted to kill myself because I hated this country and I hated God. Now, we talk about the solution. 40% of our population has been killed through Planned Parenthood and abortion. Okay, we gotta save our kids. Now, I am the proud father of 7 adult children. Hold on, listen to me, brother. 7 adult children. But 3 of my children have been killed. 2 of my twins by abortion in 1999, and my oldest son killed on his job. I know what it's like to see my son in a casket. I know what it's like to be broken and broke. I know what it's like to raise my kids and not know if I'm going to eat or if I'm going to feed my kids or if I'm going to pay the rent or I'm going to pay the light bill. See, this is the real talk that we need to be talking about. All this stuff is going backwards and forward. That's not the solution. The solution is our faith in God and coming back to the family. The solution is fathers actually standing up for their families and not convincing our mothers that the best man for a black woman is a gay man. That is not what it is.
Okay, so I literally do not know who's saying that women should be dating gay men. I don't know, maybe he had a little wine. I might have. So, hun, if you are dating a gay man, maybe you should find someone who's straight. That's all I'm saying. I think what Pastor was basically just saying was the black community needs to get back to God and family. And I agree with him on that.
For me, Jesus is my Lord and Savior. He is my master. That's what I teach my children. And in the Bible, he will tell you, if you don't work, you don't eat. So you better learn how to take care of your things. And one more parable. When God gave, there was the 3 men with the talents. Well, he gave one man 10, one man 5, one man 1. One got the 10 and the 5, they doubled. The one man went and tucked it under. The 2 that doubled, that went and did something, he elevated them. You better go out here and do something for yourself and stop looking to somebody else outside of yourself to do what God has already told you to do. Thank you very much.
All right, Lucas. Well, let's hear it. Now, would you say a great tool that you used was focusing on a mutual issue like abortion? Because that's an issue in the black community. You can't really argue on that.
Abortion, criminal justice reform,
there you go.
gender identity, transgenderism for our children. It's a lot of stuff that I talk about that, black people historically have not supported.
Right.
And I think that we got to begin to wake up our eyes, get people to begin to listen. And the more we put voices before the people, diversity, me, Shamika, other people that are talking and sharing their stories that aren't fools, that aren't sellouts, because we know who do, then that's when we're going to begin to wake them up and they're going to see the difference.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Anybody else want to come in?
Everybody is all hyped on the presidential election. What about our school boards? All right, come on. What about our city council? What about our state assembly? Our state senate? Our state representatives? Come on. But people want to get mad about Trump losing the election. Let's be real for a second, right? Let's get 6 feet, right? That's what they say. We gonna get 6 because I'm from the hood. We gonna get 6 feet, right?
Go!
I ran for Congress. I couldn't get anybody to come volunteer. I had to pay kids to come to our communities and walk through South Central Los Angeles. We got Chicago, right? A heavy Democrat district. Everybody want to bitch and complain about that's going on, but we can't get a motherfucking goddamn district. But everybody want to talk about he lost the no. But we want to talk about a lost election, right?
So that was Joe Collins, and he was a congressional candidate who ran in LA. I'm somewhat of a fan of his. I had been watching his race back a few years ago. And when he was talking, things got a little lit. So I'll just let you continue watching.
The kids need to hear this.
Cut his mic. You're going to be cutting that kid.
We want to talk about kids, right? Why are we teaching LGBTQ in our communities, in our schools? The kids got to hear this. Why is it that we're not teaching arithmetic, we're not teaching reading, we're not teaching things that matter, but we care about an LGBTQ agenda? People who are in our communities, the United States is reading at a 4th grade level. But we're not.
Why did you get your security, bro? We don't need your security up here. We good.
Oh yeah, he was hype. But I do agree with him that we need better education and less ideology in the schools. So, with that being said, continue.
Are we here to be real? Say yes. Are we here to be real? Say yes.
Value in family, value in marriage. I do value those things as well. Basically school choice. We need to talk more about school choice because there are a lot of, especially black single mothers in this community that want to send their kids to a better school, but they don't know much about school choice. So yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Break out. And then.
So, and I know you've all been watching the news this week, right? So what they've been arguing about is what's going on with with Governor DeSantis and the Don't Say Gay bill, right? And the amendment that was going in. So do you guys realize that right now what they are arguing about is LGBTQ for our children now?
An exclusive interview with somebody with Moms of Liberty that is in charge of a chapter here in Florida, Pinellas County to be more specific. And I had to blur out half the stuff on the YouTube tape because I can't post it on YouTube, but then they'll allow it to be on elementary and middle school. It's very pornographic. It's explicit content. It's true. It's a full-on blitz agenda when it comes to our children. And then they also are pushing that parents don't know what's best for their child. So they're trying to put the power into the child. Now, what kind of sense is that? Where a child can make life-altering decisions with their body, with putting all these different hormonal things. So I'll digress on that.
If you want to reduce crime, you reduce poverty. Okay? I'm not going to put a gun up to your head and rob you if I have money. Let's teach them financial literacy. Let's get some economic empowerment. That if we can give $450,000 to an illegal immigrant, then we can help the people that are in need. We shouldn't have to be a slave. It should be about being an American citizen. What about the fact that I'm American and I'm poor and I'm in need?
Well, that wraps up all of my footage from the Black Conservative Roundtable event in 2022. There were so many hot topics being discussed at this event, including things like Black outreach, reparations, discussing Black education, and, bringing God back to the Black family. Working in politics has definitely come with a lot of challenges for me, from meeting like-minded people to meeting non-like-minded people, from making friends, losing friends, how to win friends and influence people. You know what I'm talking about. We definitely need way more representation. We need to strengthen the Black family. And we need to educate ourselves on our rights more. But you know what they say. It starts with you. Or me. And for all of you guys who just don't know why I'm doing this, because you gotta get the job done yourself. You have to do it yourself. You gotta get some skin in the game here. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed topic number 10. Please follow all of my social medias at Topikz. Like, share, subscribe. Please send a comment. Tell your friends. I need to make more friends. I need to meet more people. I need to discuss like-minded and non-like-minded things. Come on, y'all. Do it. Type something up. Until next time and in between time. No, wait. How does it go? We will see you next time on Topikz Crystal Clear. I'm just kidding. I'll see you guys next time, y'all. You heard?